get to hear me now. If you get to hear me now.
Hi, this is Cashing Tutorials here, and today I'm going to be showing you how some keybinds that will help people with smaller hands or smaller fingers. So keybinds are basically keys on your keyboard. It's when you set keys on your keyboard to like act as different buttons in a game. So in our case, we're doing this for Fortnite Battle Royale. So to begin with, what we have to do is go to settings and go to our keys, right? And the first thing there is move forward, move left, move backward, and move right, the basic keys. So keep those as W, A, S, and D, right? And then jump, keep that as spacebar. Sprint, keep that as left shift. And auto run, keep that as equal. So when you get to crouch, you're gonna have to start changing things. So crouch is gonna be C, so that you can easily move your index finger downwards diagonally, right? And then you can click crouch. And then for fire and target is left and right mouse buttons. For reload, it's R. For use, it's E. So when you want to use things, it's like when you are going to use a med kit, use bandages, or something like that, or shields or anything like that, right? And then harvesting tool. This is one of the important keys, and this is one of the most important keys if you're using this set of keybinds, because put it as V, because you're gonna put it as V, right? So you extend your thumb to so you're gonna have to extend your thumb downwards or upwards from the space bar to get to the harvesting tool. And later in this video, you'll find out why harvesting tool is very important. So when we go to the weapon slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, keep those 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And toggle pickaxe is a one. So this is where the harvesting tool comes in. You could put this as not bound, which means that you don't have to worry about an extra button, because toggle pickaxe is the same as harvesting tool, but it does the same thing, but it's a different button, right? So you could put that as not bound. So when you're going to the building setup, there's wall, floor, stairs, roof, and trap, right? So for wall, you could put Q. So when so you could extend your ring finger upwards to the left. And it's easy for people with smaller fingers. And then floor is G, so you have to move your thumb from the space bar diagonally upwards. Stairs is F. And the convenient thing about this is that stairs and floor are right next to each other. So when you're building a classic 1x1, right after the floor or stairs, which is F, you could easily click G, which is like the key that's next to F on the keyboard. So it makes everything easier. And then roof, which is like pyramids, is left control. Trap is Z, so you have to move your ring finger downwards this time to get your trap. Place building is left mouse button. Repair and upgrade. So repairing and upgrading is when, say someone hits your wall, say you built a wall in a fight, and someone shoots your wall, but it's still alive, then you could hit repair or N to get your wall back to full health, right? So for N, you have to extend your thumb all the way to the right. And then rotate building, that's right, so you can put your index finger upwards or to the right diagonally upwards, and you can rotate your buildings. And then for change material, that's right mouse button. Select building type, that's P. Select building edit. So this is when say like you're in the editing mode, you're in the editing blueprint, and you want to build a door. So you have to click the right mouse button and drag it over 2 blue blocks, and then click and then yeah, it will create a door. So yeah, that's select building edit. And then after that is reset building edit. So this is when, say you built your door, right? And then you want to take that door away. You have to click N to turn that wall back, or to turn that wall with the door back into a normal wall. And then vehicle exit and vehicle change seat, I keep that as not bound. Shopping cart, push tab, post hold, all that, it's spacebar. ATK power slide or drift is spacebar. Revive teammate is E. Traffic clipper, you could keep that as not bound. Or actually no, put it as J. So it's when like you want to switch to your trap or like equip traps, right? So it's basically the same as G but better. Or not G, Z, the key Z that we went over here. It's basically the same as that, right? So after that, there's picker wheels. Picker wheels are basically, they're like when you're in the lobby and you select and you go to your emote wheel, right? And then you say you want to do more emotes, but they're not in that wheel. You could scroll up or down to go to your next wheel of emotes. Or it's also used for the wheel that you ask people if you need ammo or meds or shields or things like that. So the previous picker wheel, to go to that, you have to move the mouse wheel down. Next picker wheel, move the mouse wheel up. So cursor mode, I don't know what that is, so I put that as left alt and right alt. Switch quick bar is when you want to switch from your guns to your building. But this is also why our harvesting tool, which is B, helps, because you could just use the harvesting tool instead of clicking T. So T doesn't really matter. You could just put switch quick bar as not bound and use your harvesting tool if you want. So yeah. And then slot up and slot down. This is when you want to switch from your guns, right? Say like your fingers, because this is for people with small hands and small fingers who can't reach the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So then you could use the slot up and down keys. So if you have a gaming mouse, for slot up, you could use your thumb mouse button too, and for slot down, you could use your thumb mouse button, your first thumb mouse button, right? But if you don't have a gaming mouse and you don't have the gaming buttons, then what you could do is you could use the scrolling wheel on your mouse so when you're doing slot up, you can scroll it up, and when you're doing slot down, you can scroll your mouse wheel down, and that's slots. So when you go to chat, which is over here, you can either tap on it or you could click enter to start typing, right? So like that's when you're in the lobby, like you're in the main lobby where people didn't ready up yet, and you could click that to type with people, yeah. And then after chat, there's emote, which is H. Locker emote 1 to squad comms don't matter, so you can put all those as not bound. And then toggle map, which is one of the most important keys because you should always look at your map, is tab. So you have to switch your ring finger all the way to tab, which is kind of hard switch, but you could still do it, right? So that's toggle map, or to open your map. And then toggle inventory, which is when you want to like sort out your guns or drop your friends or teammates like wood or ammo, stuff like that. You could go to toggle inventory, which is B. So you have to extend your thumb upwards a little, so it's right next to your harvesting tool. And then push to talk is Y, but I don't use push to talk, so you could go audio and turn off push to talk if you don't want to click that button, right? And then building edit is X. So building edit, this is when you want to go to your building blueprint and your editing blueprint. It's when you want to go to your editing blueprint and start to edit. So like edit a window by clicking the right mouse button or a door or anything like that. So that's the last thing in keybinds for people with small fingers or hands. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I hope this helps you out, and bye.